and welcome to Back to 8-Bit. Remember the old classic game Pong? Well, I'm going to be taking a look at the Binatone console TV game system. This was a console was sold back in the mid 1970s and probably one of the first ever consoles to be sold within the home market. This was a black and white system and came with about 4 or 5 games built into the system, including the classic game of Pong. So without any further ado, I'm going to try and get one of these games switched on and let's see how we get on. Okay, I do have a couple of these systems, and one of them is this particular one, and this one has a couple of extra games included on it, which is like a target game, which the game did come with a gun. And there you are, light gun for the Binatone. I'm going to be trying out the earlier system to this. Which just includes the 4 basic games. Okay, tennis, football, squash, and a practice session. So if you are only playing on your own, you haven't got anyone to play with, you can just have a quick game of squash. Each console came with a couple of joypads as well, and you had these analog controllers which very much just run on a dial, just to control the bat on the screen. Now what I'm going to try and do is I have got a miniature TV here. I'm going to try and wire it up to this, so I think the aerial should automatically pick it up actually, and we'll get it all plugged in and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, we've got sound coming from the Binatone. Let's turn on my TV. See if we can tune it in. There we have it. What I will do is move the camera a bit closer to the TV screen so you can see what happens when we try and play it. The first thing I'm going to do is plug in the bats. And when we plug these in, you should see the bat appear on the screen. Yep, there's one bat. And we'll just get the second controller and plug that in. And there's the other bat. Again, as we turn the dial, we should see it, the bat moving up and down. Okay. Right, I'm going to move this camera a little bit closer to the monitor and we'll see how it plays. Before I do that, actually, just quickly run through the game to make sure the selector works. Yeah, that's a solo game. That's the squash. So you've obviously got the 2 bats playing with each other. There you go, 2-player game. And then we've got the football game. So imagine you're controlling 2 bats at the same time. Yep. And then we've got the simple game of tennis, the original Pong. By the looks of it, we can change the speed of the balls as well. Change the bat sizes, get down to small as well. Auto serve or manual serve. I suppose we can turn the sound off as well. There we go. Okay, let's move the camera closer. Okay, that's better. So let's just try the practice mode squash out with the 1 bat. So I can press start on the console. Oh. Yep, it still all works fine. Let's try and speed it up, see what happens. Oh. That's harder. Okay, let's try the tennis out. Now this is where I'm going to be controlling it with both my hands against myself. So this is going to be difficult. Swap the hand bats over. I can't do this. There you go. Unfortunately, I can't plug this console into any of my modern TVs. It does need an old CRT screen, really, that supports an AV analog tuner. Fortunately, it doesn't work with digital TVs. There is a mod you can do on it to make it composite ready, but that does include building a circuit board, which will take a bit of time. I'm going to have a go at doing that, but for now I'll quite happily play it on an old-fashioned TV or plug it into this tiny Casio TV, which is a TV that I use pretty much just for testing out old systems before I do anything with them, just to make sure they do work. Anyway, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll be back very soon. Bye bye.